Seeing football player Ray Rice pummel his now wife in an elevator was disgusting. But if anything positive can come out of this, it's the fact that people are talking about domestic violence, something that affects 1 in 4 women and some men as well.
Not only are they talking about it, they're actually calling domestic hotlines at an alarming rate at this point, which I guess is a good thing. Mental health counselor Jaime Kuluga is here to talk more about abuse and how to get away from it. Jaime, thank you. And we're talking about a very serious topic. Yes. I don't think anybody has come away from seeing this video and not been absolutely horrified by it. We're not just talking about violent physical actions, physical abuse. There are all types of abuse. Why don't you run that down for us?
Okay, so you have the physical abuse, which is unfortunately what we're seeing hyped up in the media right now. That's going to be whether it's weapons or hands touching. Then you have emotional abuse. Emotional abuse is going to be more of the partner or spouse belittling someone, humiliating them, putting them down, cutting them down. Then you have sexual abuse. Oftentimes when we think of sexual abuse, we instantly think of a child abuse, unfortunately, right? But sexual abuse can also be a partner forcing someone to do something that they don't want to do sexually, wearing things they don't want to wear, watching things they don't want to watch. And then you also have financial abuse. Financial abuse is going to be where someone takes in the money, they hoard it, they keep it themselves, they only ration out a small amount to you, you get a small allowance, not even enough to buy things that you would need. It's all about power and control.
Are there warning signs? How do you know if you're going into a relationship with somebody who could be a potential abuser?
It's super hard to say, because when you go on date number 1, the person's going to be perfect. But as the relationship evolves, even a couple weeks into it, you're going to start noticing things. You might look for strong emotions, strong anger, jealousy, secluding you away from your friends, making decisions for you, threatening you. Once that starts happening, this person is either abusive or has a high potential to become abusive.
Okay, the big question I think that everybody has in their minds right now, and it's so difficult to answer it because each case is different, but why, excuse me, why do people stay in abusive relationships?
You know, there's a variety of reasons. Maybe it's children, maybe it's guilt, maybe it's security. But if you are going to stay in a relationship with somebody, number 1, make a safety plan. A safety plan is from the way you park your car, park it backwards, right, so it's easy to get out if you need to knowing which rooms there are no weapons in, so if a fight escalates, you're going into a room that has no weapons, avoid the kitchen. And also, obviously knowing where shelters might be and things like that, but people tend to run to their kids sometimes in a fight, and they're running to their kids because they're thinking, you're not going to hurt me because the kids are here.
Well, the kids, unfortunately, are put in the middle.
Exactly. But during a rage and anger, you don't know what another person's going to do. So educating your children on you don't have to protect mom, you don't need to protect dad, go in a safe room, and sort of educating the children as part of your safety plan.
If this is happening to a friend or family member of mine, what can I do to help them?
Okay, I always tell people you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen to them. Listen, do not criticize, do not be judgmental. The first thing you're going to want to say is, why do you keep going back to her? Why do you keep going back to him? Don't say that. Be there, educate them on a safety plan.
Wait a second, why not say that? Why not try to encourage them to get out of the abusive relationship?
Okay, you can encourage them to seek help, educate them on where to go, but don't tell them what to do. You need to leave him. Why are you staying? Those poor kids, this, that, and the other. They don't need more guilt. There's a reason they're staying. Your job isn't to figure out that reason, it's to get them support and be a friend.
Well, you know, I got to tell you something. I said at the beginning of this that more people at an alarming rate are calling domestic hotlines right now after the Ray Rice incident, and I said that's a good thing. I didn't mean that it's a good thing that all these people have to call, but it's a good thing that it's raising awareness for people who maybe never thought to do something as simple as call a domestic violence
with every tragedy. Robin Williams, right? It increased our attention and awareness towards suicide. This is going to increase it towards domestic violence. With every tragedy, there's a little bit of a lining, a silver lining in the end.
And we've been very quiet about domestic violence, and it's happening all around us. It's happening in your neighborhood. It's happening, it could be happening right under your nose.
It could be happening in your home. And you know, if it is, there is help. And we want to let you know that the domestic violence hotline is 1-800-799-SAFE. 1-800-799-SAFE. Jaime Kuluga,
thank you, Jaime.
Thank you for having me.
Be right back.